The approach is the following. We have an engagement hierarchy that we look at. That starts really at the very basic needs. Do people know what is expected of them, and do they have the material and the tools to do what they are supposed to do? That's really the basics. You can measure that, you can ask that, you can identify that, but that's really where you have to start off. The second level is the management level, where you need the encouragement, where you need the support from management to the day-to-day activities. There again, you can measure that, you can ask the questions, have you received recognition, how is the relationship with the manager, you can measure that and you can identify that. From that goes the third level, that is the team level. Are you colleagues committed to doing an excellent job? Do you have an atmosphere? So we're asking the question about the best friend. Mm-hmm. So do you have an atmosphere within your colleagues that is really strong, where you really enjoy going and doing something strong? So that is really the entire team that is committed to produce something better than just deliver work. Yeah. So that's really where you drive the engagement, where you can measure the engagement. And the final level is really the individual growth. So did you learn something? Can you learn something? Do you have the opportunity to grow? And do you make any progress in the place where you are? So that's really the kind of hierarchy of engagement that we would drive.
Now obviously we're at the end of a pretty nasty recession. What effect has that had on engagement in your view?
When you look at engagement and driving engagement, it has a number of benefits. It generates more ideas, it reduces sick leave, it reduces staff turnover. So if you just take these elements, well, it is relevant to think about engagement, because just in particular when you have a recession and difficult times, well, you're trying to keep the best ideas, the best people, and reduce costs. So it's not just a luxury to think about well-being. Yeah,
it's a productivity tool.
It is an essential element. When we're looking at macro level, even larger. Just imagine how much you can reduce health costs on a country level by having, if every work person has 1 day of sick leave less. Just imagine what that represents on a country level.
Yeah. What are the important elements that you research, that you look at, wrapped up in this term of well-being?
I mean, is it health? What are the significant, the important things that you're looking to track?
We have identified 5 key elements in well-being. So that is the career well-being, professional well-being. That is not only a question of having a nice career in a Western civilized country. It is the professional well-being for any individual. So it's not a question of just doing something nice for civilized countries or developed countries. It's really something where you can say if the person has a responsibility, has a professional development, whatever he does.
So you're actually tracking, can I make a difference in my work?
In my work, yes. Yeah. In my community, in my village, wherever. So that's really the career well-being. That's the first step. Yeah. The second step is the social well-being. That is the connection you have with your family, with the people who are close to you. How does that evaluate? The third one is the financial well-being. Obviously, if you have a situation where all the time you do not match your financial possibilities, that is a stress situation that affects your personal well-being. So the financial well-being is something where we look at not in a money terms. It's not a question about money, but it is the way how you are able to assume your financial commitments. Yeah. It's not a question of having more money or less money. It's the way how you can respond to the demand, and all of the aspects around the financial well-being are essential. The fourth element is the physical well-being. Yes, healthy people live longer. So physical well-being, the way how you think about your own body, it's not only about doing exercises or whatever, because that's again something which we have in our developed worlds, but overall worldwide, while physical well-being is an essential part of your own development and how you have the time to think about other things. So that's really where the fourth component. And finally, the community well-being is the network in which you live. When you know that about a third of Europeans are worried getting out of their door after 8 p.m. Well, that gives you an indication on how uncomfortable people are in their communities. You have cities that generate just such an energy because somebody somewhere has thought, okay, we have to reinvent our wheels. Go to Bordeaux. Everybody in Bordeaux says this is a fantastic city, and we have been a tired and sad city. Today, it really the energy that is driven by the city and by its citizens is something which is quite incredible. So you really have these 5 elements: so career well-being, social well-being, financial, physical, and community well-being, which are the parts that we measure when we talk about well-being in a society.
Louis de Schorlemer, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mark.